So I am super excited to have a really good friend of mine here, Bob Rizzo. Bob, thank you for coming over.
It's my pleasure, and I'm surprised.
I
You just popped the camera.
Yeah, if you come in through my door, you're gonna spend 10 minutes here in the episode.
That's why you gotta start getting a drive-through, so no one has to come in.
You know what? I'm gonna see a lot of
Finance
people.
drive-through.
Come on in, come on in. So, Bob,
Yes.
tell me who is Bob Rizzo and what do you do?
Now, do you want the now Bob Rizzo or the old Bob Rizzo?
You know what? Tell me a little bit of both because we wanted to know who Bob is.
Well, that's awful kind of you. Over the last couple of years, I've learned a lot about me when it pertains to business, when it pertains to communicating with networking partners and colleagues. When I first got started, I just wanted to have a business. And then I found out that anyone can have a business. You can go down and register with the state and have a business.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know how to run a business? Do you know how to bring on colleagues, trusted partners? I had no idea that. So it was like the hamster on the wheel.
Yeah.
Make money, make money, make money, make money, make money, make money. But then not knowing how to run the business when it comes to profit and loss.
Yeah.
From an accountant standpoint, I was epically failing. So years went on, I learned some things through people like not just you, but other mentors, other coaches. And as a young business owner, I was hard-headed. I wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
I would still do things
we
my
know
way.
It all, right?
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, I know it all. I know it all. And then it hit me where I understood that the goal wasn't the money. The money was the tool to create me some freedom. So I started to manage the money a little bit better. I started to go after my debt. I started to go after anything that would hold me down because I really got sick of going to work for Chase Visa, going to work for MasterCard, going to work for Ford Finance. Before you know it, you have to get up and go to work.
Yeah.
I just wanted a situation where, look, I am not tremendously wealthy by any stretch of the imagination. But at this point in my life, I get to go to work. I don't have to go to work. And it's just the freedom that gives me. It gives me freedom to be creative.
Yeah.
It gives me freedom to walk in here right now and talk to you and not worry about an hour or 2 hours of my day because things are rolling the way they are because I have a great staff, a great team. So the old me was doing everything wrong, but with the right intent.
Yeah, there you go.
And then as I got older, I just learned a little bit more about, creating a business and running it. But then you got the personal aspect, Sonia. We need to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Wellness and business, they're joined. And not only on top of that, you got to make sure that as you're building relationships, you're not only should they be strong, they should be pure and honest. People need to count on you and know you're coming through. And I have failed at that at times. I have failed miserably at that at times. And over the last couple of years of really quieting down and learning more about me and how to be a better me, because all I want to do is encourage people.
Yeah.
But if I don't take care of me, I cannot encourage anyone.
That's so true. We do. But before we continue this, you talk about you. What is your business? What type of business do you have? Tell us about your business because we're going to talk about both you and the business.
Yeah, no, my
but
business.
For those listening to our episode, what do you do?
Right now it's called Step Up.
I love the name, by the way.
Step Up with RZ1 Services. I want to be an encourager. That's it. I simply want to be an encourager. I want to maybe give some small business owners or people that are trying to start business a shortcut and maybe miss some of the speed bumps and the hiccups that I had. And that's how I want to give back because so many people have given to me. So many people. I owe so many people so much.
But you are phenomenal. Since the day that I met you, you encourage people. I love your positivity about not only business, but about life. Mm-hmm. And not everybody can actually manage those two at the same time. So, I give you kudos for that because it's good.
I appreciate that, but I can't hide behind that because I have had some failures. Yeah. I have had made some mistakes, but I try not to let those mistakes hold me in bondage. or hold me captive. So I just think that with my company now, we went into called Step Up is because we all need to step up and help one another. Um, you probably don't need my help in certain areas, but I need your help in encouraging me. You might need my help in encouraging you.
Oh, absolutely.
How many times do we wake up in the morning? We don't want to go to work.
No.
We do not want to go to work. What's the difference? It's not motivation, it's discipline.
Yeah.
You got behind that desk, you do what you do all the time because you know there's going to be a byproduct of your discipline. There's not going to always be a byproduct of just trying to motivate yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to do. We just want to be an encouraging entity to help small businesses build and encourage them.
I love that. Where the name Step Up came from?
Just out of nowhere.
I love it. I love the name, by the way, but where did it came from?
It just, because there was points in the last couple of years where I had to step up a notch because I had people counting on me. And I'm not a genius by no stretch of imagination, but the more I learned about me, the more I was able to help. So I just said, if I could step up, anyone can step up.
I love that. I love that, sentiment about, I love the name, by the way.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the older podcast? Obviously you're rebranding right now. So you're going to go live next year in January.
January, yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Well, I learned a lot from the other podcasts with a co-partner, the Wealth Lounge. I really actually learned how to be more involved and more charismatic and more natural with the podcast. I learned that you can have a creative, encouraging podcast when you're laughing together.
Yeah.
Me and my co-host, when we would laugh together, we laughed together. It wasn't a fake laugh.
Yeah.
We would laugh together, and people felt that. And when we went on to do our other things, the podcast was really never the same because there was a creative charisma about what we were doing.
Together, yeah.
And I decided in 2025, if I don't have that, I'm not going to fake a podcast. I want to do a podcast, whether I do it individually or with someone. I want to have that connection where we're on the same page. So I learned so much through the Wealth Lounge podcast. I enjoyed it. And we still reference people to those podcasts, of which have given me speaking engagements.
Yeah.
So nothing that we do in the past is really going to hurt us if we're doing it right. We can always go back and reference to it to get us further.
I love that. I've seen your growth, your business, obviously you do amazing things. The networking, and the people that you have introduced me, I thank you for that. And I've seen you grow more and more in speaking events. I remember that we went to Latin Premiere. Yeah. You were there. Thank you for that invitation. Shout out to Hector. And I saw you in action, and I love that. And I would love to see you more and more in events like that you can showcase not only your business but what you do as a person. Right. I love that.
Because if I can build someone, I think it's better than building a business. Because someone built me. Yeah. Someone built me. So the success I've had has nothing to do with Bob Rizzo.
Yeah.
The success that I have had has to do with so many colleagues and people who I trusted. So we're not islands. As much as you want to think that you're an island, your actions, your words, it's like the hammer analogy. A hammer can be used to build some of the most beautiful homes. It can do creative things. You put it in the wrong hand, it can be very destructive. So what hammer are you going to use? Are you the hammer guy who's going to be creative, or are you going to be the hammer guy who's going to be destructive?
I love your analogies.
And
you're always like that.
You just got to figure it out. And there were times I had the wrong hammer, and you pay for that. And but I want to if I can help one person, like one person help me, to me it's a win.
Yeah, but you have to go through mistakes in life to do better. Better version of yourself. So I do have some questions for you, quick, simple. And if you have any questions, please let us know. Let me see. What type of advice you give somebody, actually starting a business today?
Count the cost. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you know not just your financial investment. Think about your wellness. create a calendar that's going to be advantageous to your life. Don't schedule, don't pack the schedule, because when's the last time that you or I put ourselves in the calendar?
Yeah.
When do we say, hey, on Wednesday, I'm taking an hour to go to the gym, or I'm going to go sit for an hour. I'm going to go relax. I'm going to decompress. We don't do it. So anyone starting a business, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But count the cost. Make sure you have a good support group and immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
Know your product. Know what you do.
And love what you do.
And love what you do. Yes.
Absolutely. I do like spending time with you because we always talk about, not about, yes, business. We thank you for your referrals, by the way. Let's talk about RZ1, the services.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's something that you build and you've been running for a long time. Tell us exactly what is RZ1.
Okay. Do you want to really laugh right now?
Yeah, I'm good for a laugh. Are you guys?
You guys ready to laugh?
Yeah.
RZ1 started, man, maybe 20, 25 years ago. Jesus. I tried to make my first cologne.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep. It smelled like coconut tanning oil. Never sold. I think I sold 4 bottles. It cost me $300 to make it.
Really?
And I think I made $30.
And listen, if you sold one, it was a.
But the RZ1 logo just captivated me. And it was a lot of fun. So then also I just kept it. And then I owned a company called Regal Cleaning and Property Management. But that R and the RZ1. So I went through, but the whole RZ1 thing was just it. The logo captivated me. But with a logo, there's got to be a motive. Someone's got to. I don't want someone to look at RZ1 and say, "What's RZ1?" I want them to see RZ1. That's Bob Rizzo.
Yeah.
Because your logo is you. When I see Latin Finance,
it's Sonia.
I know Sonia.
Yeah.
So I stayed with the RZ1 for forever, but we just added the step up to be something of more of a call to action. Okay. This is a verb. My company is a verb. We're action. We want to build something.
I love that. Okay, so let's talk about what is next for you. What is next in the a new year is coming up. What do you have in your vision board right now for yourself and for the business?
Sonia, I really appreciate that question. I'll tell you why. And I'm not saying this with any pride at all, but I'm good right now. I'm a very fortunate man.
I'm into that.
I want the next chapter, call it the final chapter, call it the final quarter. I just want to be an encourager. I think if I can just encourage companies and encourage people, the byproduct, the money will come on its own.
Yeah.
The building my business will come on its own because people will trust me. My clients pay me certain percentages of their invoices. Mm-hmm. So as I build those businesses, I don't want them paying me until they've been paid.
Yeah.
Why should they pay me if I can't bring them results? Why should you give me $1,000 a month and you made $200 a month?
Absolutely.
So we have arrangements that we set up where I get a percentage of their invoices, because then it motivates me to be more available to them, mm-hmm. to get them in front of bigger audiences. So my vision this year is really concentrate on encouraging, and as I was talking to Karen earlier, connecting dots. I just want to connect dots.
Yeah.
The rest will take care of itself.
All businesses, you can actually help all businesses, or there's any industries?
Small businesses. The small businesses is where I'm at, because the big conglomerate businesses, they need someone much bigger than me. I just want to take the individual who is struggling, maybe with scheduling, daily practices, daily disciplines. Sometimes just having an attitude of gratitude can change everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just coaching, just getting people in a place where they're feeling positive and they can go forward.
I was just going to ask you, do you like to, people, they call themselves a lot, I'm a coach, I'm a, entrepreneur, I help, there's so many little things.
There's so many labels.
I know. I don't like it. For me, I don't know, Life Financial is served. For some reason, it's funny. Somebody asked me recently, they reach out and they're like, oh my goodness, social media, I see you everywhere. I love what, you're doing with the community. And I'm thinking, I was like, okay. But they kept on speaking to me and they thought that I was a nonprofit organization. And that doesn't bother me. I'm pro profit. I like to make money to, obviously to grow, to go, grow bigger, to be able to actually help
Yeah,
other businesses.
plus to afford me on your podcast.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, yeah. But it was funny because I was like, no, this is what I do. But it's like that label. Either they see me as a one thing of the other, and I just want to help businesses, with the access to capital, give them the money they so much need, because there's a lot of different, products right now. By the way, I'm celebrating today because, as you know, I shared the news yesterday that now we have the license to do cash out refis, purchasing, which I'm going to put all the information later. So I'm super proud.
You should be.
Yeah, that we do so many things, but adding that label, which I don't like the label, but adding that, extra, incentive for helping businesses. This is amazing.
Okay, let's turn this around. I'm going to ask the question.
Oh, no,
I'm going to ask the question now.
I can do my own solo later.
Tell me. Look, I've known you.
So
I've seen
gonna
you.
be the interview. Yeah.
I've seen you from start till now. We've known each other that long.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone right now?
Oh God.
What would you tell Karen?
What would you tell Karen right there?
So start a business or what?
How would you encourage someone like Karen in the position to grow in her position?
Well, you know what? When I started, unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of me's around, or people who looked like me in the industry, especially in banking. Surround yourself with better versions, with people that it sounds kind of crazy, because sometimes, and that happens to me right now too. Sometimes I do, if I'm scrolling or if I know of somebody that is doing super amazing things out there, reach out, send an email, send a DM, put yourself in a position that maybe you would not usually do, but surround yourself with, community leaders. And it doesn't matter, how big or small they are, or somebody who knows things that you don't. Unfortunately, I learned by mistakes throughout many, many years. And we had a lot of failures, but we also had more positive thinking. Our companies, both Latin and Sharp, grow every single year. And, we may say money's not everything. It changed our lives.
Sure.
It changed our lives, our daily routine. We were able to do so many different things, and because of that money, reach out to so many other businesses. So money does matter. Hate me, by saying this. But I'm a true believer that reach out to people who you don't know the answers of the questions. Reach out, have that conversation. A cup of coffee, you're going to spend like maybe $50 going out, meeting somebody, but it's so worth it.
But
connections.
You made a comment, money matters.
It matters.
You know what it didn't matter? I still eat Spam and Velveeta cheese.
Oh, I do too, Bobby.
I still make my toasted Velveeta and Spam sandwich. But it's funny, Sonia, because I know so many individuals that are not certified to be mentors or coaches, but they're the best.
They're good.
They're the best.
Yes.
They're encouraged. I see people who are certified who literally went into it for the money, and it becomes so mundane. A, B, step C.
They have no personality, to do that job. Yeah.
Build me, push me forward.
Oh, God, I hate that.
So you have no idea the people that you may have helped that are out there now that have never really thanked you, but every day they're thinking of you.
Oh no, you know what? In that sense, I'm so proud, and I sleep every night tranquila, relaxed, because I know for a fact, and I would love. I think that I had that conversation with somebody recently. That it was. I wanted to share all the businesses that I helped throughout the past 10, 12 years. Unfortunately, that's their story to share, not mine.
Yeah.
But every day I do receive the emails, the texting. Hey, Sonia, thank you. I was able to actually grow my business, pay payroll, buy this, equipment. This is every day.
Yep.
This is every single day that I talk to businesses all over US, Puerto Rico, and Canada. So for me, I'm fulfilling something that I always wanted to do, and that I continue to do. Obviously, with the legacy for Brandon is something that I'm more inspired to actually do other things that maybe wasn't in my radar last year, but it is now.
Yeah.
Like for example, I gotta say something. Nobody knows about this. I read this email this morning that it was about cancer. This organization, I'm gonna drop the link below. It was a story from Hartford Business Journal here in Connecticut, and it's a nonprofit organization that the guy uh, survived cancer like 20 years ago, and obviously there wasn't a lot of money to or research. At that point, obviously, we're still having the problem because there's not a lot of research. He has a once a year get together and everybody, donate and everything else. And the story resonated so much with me that automatically I looked, for his email, the email for the organization, and I sent them an email. And I was like, hey, listen. And I wrote a little bit about my story with my husband. And I was like, it's recent, but how can I help? And I can't wait. I don't know if they're going to reach out or not, but that's something that I was like, once I sent that email, I was like, oh my goodness, what about if they do reach out? What can I do? So automatically I thought, because we donate 1% of our monthly revenue through Sharp Capital to Connecticut Children's Hospital. We've been doing this for 8 years. We just re-signed another contract for 2 more years because we wanted to actually continue his legacy. So what I thought, why don't we do the same thing with Latin Financial and donate 1% of our monthly revenue for the research for cancer?
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be a lot, but it was something that I can actually work every day and just bring it back.
And that's just something that's just you. And I think sometimes we got to stop trying to be who we're not and start being who we are.
Absolutely.
And just lastly, go back to your question about other things that I would recommend that young business starters, what they do. Think about what you don't want to do. Like I remember when I got married, my wife and I, we didn't know what we wanted, but we knew what we didn't want.
Okay.
Same thing with business. There's certain things you're not going to want with your business. I think once you get all the don'ts out of the way, you might be able to move some distractions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell us how, if they have any questions, they want to actually meet you. How can they reach you? I am going to put the information below. They can actually tag you.
You can always go to rz1services.com. In November, we're hosting a coffee meet and greet at the community room in Newington, Connecticut. All I want to do is just meet you. And maybe you can encourage me. Yeah, I have bad days too.
November what?
I'm not sure the date on November yet, Karen. Not that Karen. But I'll get that out again. Just you'll find me on rz1services.com or my RZ1 Bob Rizzo Facebook page.
Love it. Thank you so much for stopping by.
It's good to see you.
Oh, one thing. Okay, everybody who comes to the podcast at the end, you gotta speak, at least one sentence in Spanish. So tell me something. Dime algo. Dime algo en español. We practiced just 4 months for the Super Bowl.
Tremendo ficha.
Okay. No, but say something else. Tremenda ficha, but what do you want to say? 2 of them. Llámame. Say something.
Give me some arroz en gandules and some morcilla.
There you go. Thank you, Bobby.
One question on there.
I do.
Coffee or tea?
You can have coffee, tea. I'll even get you a milkshake. I don't care.
Woo, baby. So thank you so much.
Because milkshakes always bring someone to the yard.
I'm fine.
There you go. Don't stop it. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming over.
Sonia, love you. Thank you so much.
Let's go to lunch and have a martini. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that was awesome. You guys are natural.
Right? Damn, Bob.
No, it's you.
You know he reminds me of?
Oh, boy.
Sonia.